Hi, Jim Van Zandt here, one of the pastors at Carlisle United Methodist Church with Sermon in 3 Minutes. Thanks for tuning in today. Did you know that God loved you even before you knew there was God? Now, you probably had some hunch about that to be true. Well, theologians give a name for that. They call that the prevenient grace of God. Pre meaning first, venient meaning to come. It was the first to come. Meaning simply to us that the first step in our lives with God was the step that God took. He's the one who loved us first before we could love God back. That so impressed John Wesley, the founder of the movement that became Methodism, so impressed him so much that I believe it's what drove him to go out to the crossroads of the dirt roads where all the coal miners in England, before they were headed to work and coming home from work, he wanted to tell them about this prevenient love of God, that God loved them even if they don't know God, at a time when society and even the church at that time was turning their back on such folks. Because let's face it, you only took a job being a coal miner back then because you couldn't get any other kind of job. God loves us that much. In fact, the scriptures tell us that God has bound himself to us in a covenant. Now, when I think about that, it's a pretty awesome thought that the God who created the universe and all that there is has decided to place himself in a covenant with you and with me. That's a promise that he can't break. Think of that. The God who did everything and can do anything decided to bind himself in a covenant with us in a kind of relationship, a covenantal relationship that even he can't break. That's how much he loved us. I compare it to a marriage kind of relationship and think possibly that's even why God invented marriage, as a way for us to experience the kind of relationship that we're to have with him. Thanks for tuning in, Sermon in 3 Minutes. I hope you'll think about today the depth of love that God has for you in your life, each and every day, even if you don't know who God is. Have a great day. Thanks.